Hi Speechies, it's Lisa and welcome back to Speech Fairies. Today I'm going to go over some of these cool monster board games. These are a few of the board games that I found that have like a monster theme, so that's great for Halloween, so we're going to show you those. If you're new to our channel, I'm a speech language therapy assistant and I work with preschoolers. On the side, I'm an avid collector of therapy materials that I can use in sessions. The goal of my channel is to share all these awesome materials with you. Maybe give you some ideas, help you keep an eye out when you're out thrifting. Some of these things you can even make your own versions of. I'm going to start with the one I'm not going to open. We have this at work, so I don't need to open it here. This one is called Monster Under My Bed, and it is from a company called Fundex. You may know them because they also make this awesome game Ned's Head, which is popular with the speech crowd. Alfredo's Food Fight is also a fun game. I'll maybe get to that when I do a food theme. It's pretty clear from the picture what the setup is like. This Monster Under My Bed is a hilarious and unpredictable matching game where kids discover old, gross items that have been lost under the bed. Kids stick their hands under the bed in hopes of finding something that matches the pictures on their cards. So it's an electronic game. And when you put your hands under the bed, the monster sometimes makes noises and it will randomly pop up. So I'm going to show you the 12 gross, disgusting items that it comes with. So we've got a broken crayon, stinky sock, dirty diaper, stale pizza, sticky sucker, slimy snake, Goldie the fish, gooey gum, Harry the hamster, smelly peel, rotting orange, and chewed chicken. My preschoolers laugh quite a bit when we see these things. I think school-age kids could appreciate this one too. The bed does come apart in 3 parts, so it's the headboard, the footboard, and the middle part. When you set up the bed, you can put your hand underneath, and that's where you put all the goodies. The nice thing about this game is you can adapt it, so you don't have to use these gross, disgusting things that are with it. You can use our tick targets, verb, action figures, whatever you want. To target any of the goals you're working on. So that's why it's nice, and Ned's Head is the same. It's adaptable to working on anything for speech and language. The box for mine says 2005. I think they still do sell this game. I haven't seen it around lately, but sometimes it comes out around Christmas time. This one you can see I got for $12.50. It is rated for ages 4 and up for 2 to 4 players. I might have a book that goes with this. Here you go, I dug it out. It's Under the Bed, a pop-up book, which is really cute. You don't have to use it for Halloween, but just as an extra one that goes with this cool monster game. It's really funny and it's got really cute illustrations. This part is fabric as well, so it looks like he's tucked under his blanket. We work on the preposition under quite a bit with my preschoolers. There could be some good receptive tasks by putting items on the bed and putting items under the bed. Then I ask my kiddos to take something that's on or take something that's under, so I'm isolating that word to see if they're listening. Most of the time they originally start off just wanting to go under all the time because it's more fun, right? So it's like learning hot and cold. Hot is way more interesting than cold. Wet is so much more interesting than dry. So there, you will see some trends they don't necessarily not understand. It's just that one is usually more interesting than the other when it comes to opposites. This game does give you the opportunity to put things on and put things under, and you can give them feedback. Oh, that's not under, try again. That's not on, try again. So that they want to be right. They don't want to get it wrong, so they will. And you can cue them as much as you need to by pointing to the item and saying, oh, listening, I asked you to pick the one that's on the bed. And then they can learn on and under using this simple bed game. I find that the little monster doesn't pop up very much. And with my preschoolers, to be honest, sometimes I don't even use the monster because it's scary, right? And you have to be careful how much you're saying, oh, monsters are under your bed, and then they go home and they can't sleep at night because their speech pathologist or speech therapy assistant, in my case, has told them that there's monsters under their bed. So you have to be really careful about who you use this game with. It does have a switch on the back of the headboard, so you can just leave it in the off position. If you feel like they're not interested in this game, they're hesitant, they've moved their chair back, anything like that, you can see that from their body language whether or not they're comfortable with this idea. And sometimes I just tell them it's broken. So you can choose whether you want to use that monster feature or not. More often than not, the one at work, and maybe just because we've used it a lot, could be that he's just worn out and he doesn't work very well anymore. But if the switch is on and you put your hand under, sometimes you'll hear a little growling noise, which is funny. You have to gauge your audience and decide whether you're going to follow through with that game or not. So the next game related to bedrooms, we'll go over here to Go Away Monster. I have seen this one at Mastermind and Chapters Indigo, which is in Canada. You may be able to find it at Barnes & Noble in the States. It's called Go Away Monster and it's from Game Right. So Game Right games are amazing. Please check them out. Ages 3 and up, 1 to 4 players. And I'll show you the game components. It says, too many monsters, reach in the bag and feel around to find the puzzle pieces that fit your bedroom game board. If you pull out a monster, don't be scared, just let that silly old thing go away. Then get rid of him for good by tossing him into the monster pit, out of your room. You take charge and the monsters will be off. Teaches little ones shape recognition, sharing, cooperation, and best of all, mastery over those pesky nighttime monsters. Comes with these 4 boards, and they're just 4 different bedrooms. All the components are same in each bedroom. You're looking for a picture for the wall, a bed, a lamp, and a teddy bear. It has quotes on the walls. This one has clouds, or no, this one's bunnies and stars. So those are the 4 different bedrooms. So underneath we have all the game pieces. They're all in a cute little bag that says Go Away Monster. So kids get to put their hand in. Watch out for monsters, you don't want them to bite. Oh, and I got a teddy bear, so I would put it on my mat. Let me see, the next person goes and they get a picture. So they put it on the wall. For prepositions on. Oh, I'm winning. This one's the bed. One more thing, a lamp, and I win. It's amazing. Honestly, they're all in here. So this game, you can try to feel the shapes to see which one, see which one is a lamp. But in this case, one is a monster and one is a lamp. So they are in different shapes and they are funny, silly looking monsters. So these are all, maybe these are all pictures, I don't know. Nope, 2 are pictures and one is a little hairy monster with no nose. It's a quick game for preschoolers. It's a quick game. A nice early introduction to games and taking turns. Often, if my games don't come with cute little bags like this, I put a little cloth bag inside the box. If you're playing with a group, it's nice kind of social communication goals to pass the bag around the circle and get kids to pay attention to when their turn is. Now the next one is this Monster Mash game, and you can see I paid $2 for it. That was a while ago, probably when I first graduated, only 20 years ago or so. This one's from Parker Brothers. I don't know if Parker Brothers is still around. I don't think so. I'll just show you the box. Monster Mash. Says it's from 1994, but it was first released in 1987. Quick, mash those mixed up monsters before they get away. You're on the trail of those mixed up monsters who keep popping up on your monster mix-up machine. So grab your thwacker hand and start hunting. Push the button to start the machine spinning. Which silly monster popped up? Quick, search the table for a card that matches it. When you spot it, thwack it hard and capture it. Keep on spinning and thwacking and capturing. If the machine spins a monster you've already captured, everybody will try to thwack it away from you. So watch out. The first hunter who captures 5 monsters wins the Monster Mash. Whack 'em, thwack 'em, and catch 'em. I like the thwacking. That's a good verb. Not one that I work on, but it's funny. Okay, this is interesting. I've been probably combining more than one game here, because I have many thwacker hands in here. It's supposed to come with 4, so I've clearly found a few more in my travels over the years than 4. They also do wear out, like the suction cups kind of give out after a while, so if you do see anything like this with the suction cups, sometimes the dollar store has them as well. But they're great for picking up the cards. There's like a Pikachu version of this too I bought for my daughter who was into Pokemon at one point. Here's the Monster Mash machine. Here are the cards for all the different combinations that you can do in this game. So if you're giving out the cards, or I put the cards out on the table. I used this game when I worked at the school board, but I've never used it with preschoolers. It is rated ages 5 and up, so that's probably why. So I'll just show you some of the monsters. They've got lots of different features, which is nice if you're working on creature features. Describing, it's really good for working on describing. And you can introduce some new vocabulary. Body part vocabulary is easy, but some of the other stuff isn't, like horns and spikes and claws. There's some really interesting critter. Whiskers, spines, wings. Often kids will think that they have the right one, but you have to get them to look closer. So this one is obviously different because the feet are different colors, so that one's a little more obvious why it's different. Same with this one. Feet are different color, and this one has wings. So you just never know when you're gonna find a match. Different colored feet, good for working on same and different claws. This one has 3 fingers, and that one has 4 or 5. Hard to tell. I think we might have found them. Nope, this one has drippy arms and only 3 claws. And wings. You can see like the same one with the same eyes has many different versions. This is it. He's got a spotted tummy and sharp claws and furry blue feet. And have crossed eyes and sharp teeth. Great for working on describing. So that one you would thwack it, I guess, if you saw it on the table. We'll demonstrate thwacking. So if you see that guy on the table, you're going to get him with your thwacker and pick him up. So these suction cup hands, in this case, there are other ones you can get. They're great for any kind of speech and language. If you have cards that you're working on, like stimulation cards, or parts to a game that are laminated, anything like that, they are wonderful for picking up anything off the table, and kids love using them, so they're super motivated to pick up even just their Arctic target cards. So these little suction cup hands, if you find them, just throw them in your bag, and they're nice and portable and easy to use. So that's the Monster Mash game, and I'll just show you what it looks like when you spin the spinner. So you get a different monster. So maybe some parts, these 2 parts are the same, but this one's different. He's got a different head, and he's got horns now. So that's what you do. You just keep spinning, thwacking, catching monsters. Again, I wouldn't play it to completion because there's just so many different combinations, and it would take a really long time, but it is fun as a group activity. And the more suction cup hands you have, the more players you can have. So that's a nice one for if you have to do a big group. So that's Monster Mash. The last one I have for you today is a Monster Match memory game. And they are cute little monsters, especially when I work with preschoolers. I don't want anything too scary. So this one is actually made by Color Forms, which is an awesome company. They make lots of great sticky scenes and things. So this box is very basic. The pieces are very basic. But I wanted to show you because the pictures are really cute. It's from 1987, and of course I'm not going to set up a grid like that for a preschooler. I'm going to use way fewer pieces, and the nice thing about this one is that you can choose which pieces you want to use and which ones you want to set aside. If I'm working on S blends, I might want to use the snakes. maybe the spider web pieces. If I'm working on the k sound, I might use the castle and perhaps the candlesticks. So you can choose whatever ones you want to work on for articulation targets, because there are so many. You can work on plurals, bats, and flies, and bugs, and eyes. I think I made a rhyme. There's even some little kids in there too, hiding behind doors if you want to work on he and she. There's a few other ones. Silly monsters. You can do describing again if you're talking about creature features. I like this dragon rocking horse. That one's pretty cool. There's another spider wearing shoes. There's a cauldron with snakes coming out of it. So if you're working on both sounds, you can still work on any of those things together. I was debating at one point whether I wanted to put like little doorknobs on the back of these, because they look like they could be little doors. And you could knock on the doors and then flip them over and see what's there. Eek, snakes! So that is the Memory Monster Match game. I love that it says that they're lovable. Lovable monsters. So that's it for today's Halloween monster board game mix-up. Please share this video with your friends and families. Please hit that like, that thumbs up is good for our channel. Comment down below if you have something similar you want to share with everyone, or if you have questions for me. Lots more Halloween to come. Please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any new content. We've got lots more to share. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Bye for now, everyone.